Hello, my name is Oladeji Festus Messi, and this is my career review with Fasthire.
Well, most people call me Oloye. Well, the funniest part is that my name is not Oloye. My name is Oladeji Festus Messi. But people call me Oloye, and I've always adapted to that name very well. That sometimes I don't know I am Messi. When people call me Messi, there is high chances that I'm not going to respond. But if you have called me the Yoruba version, probably that's my mom that's calling me. I'm from Osun State, but I was born and bred in Ibadan, Oyo State, and I had my education, the primary education and secondary education at Ibadan before proceeding to the Polytechnic Ibadan. And I studied insurance at the Polytechnic Ibadan, where I had my national diploma. It's my quest for further education that pushed me to further out to my degree, and I moved to Imo State University, where I had my degree in insurance and actuarial science. And by the grace of God, I graduated 2018. I proceeded for my NYC 2020, where I served at Nigerian Correctional Service. After that, I had a lot of professional qualifications that has equipped me to be where I am today. And what else in hobbies? I like drumming. Yeah, I drum a lot, and I love what I do. I love being an insurance person. People that really love, this guy is an insurance guy. So it's something I'm always proud of. All my life is all insurance, and I'm proud that the dream is coming to reality. And what most people don't know is that okay, let me give you one basic. When people hear it, my risk management, they don't know that risk management is actually the end product of being a good risk manager is being an insurance person. That's the honest truth. Because let's look at the background. Look at Unilag now. Unilag, when you want to further education in insurance, they have it as insurance and risk management. When you go to Enugu State University, they have it as insurance and risk management. So most of these schools, they have it as insurance and risk management, because you are a risk person, I'm a risk person. So that's the basic. We are not saying that risk is not going to happen. It's certainly going to happen. So when you say you are managing risk, by the time you manage, and the unfortunate happens, what is the solution? The solution is getting cover, putting the person back in his position where he was. So let me give a practical example. What was the benefit of all these road signals? What are the benefits? It's to stop risk now. To avoid accident. It's a risk management process. But it's not saying that accident will not happen. I'm very sure. Yeah, right?
Yes.
So when the accident now happens with all these risk management process techniques we have put in place, who is going to be solution provider?
The insurance.
So the insurance, that's why motor insurance come in. They tell you take third-party motor insurance, take comprehensive insurance. My phone has a screen guard, right? It's not saying my phone is not going to spoil, but in case it falls down, the impact will be minimal. So all these risk management, people will talk, I'm a risk management. At the end of the day, people that bring solution are the insurance guy. So when you have passion for something, the passion keep growing you. It keep pushing you to your dream. And as of course, we also pray as well. So by the time before I finish my university, there's one of my lecturer, Dr. Chizoba. She's now director for College of Insurance and Financial Management. So she likes what I do. She likes my work. Those days we used to post on Facebook, those insurance codes now. Trying to form insurance man. Those days there were no evidence. At least there are evidence that we are good insurance guys. So Those days, she love interest, she developed interest in all those my articles. She draw me near, started making those articles. We write for her, and then she supervised. And then there was a time I had to represent Imo State University, and she showed us essay. And she saw what I wrote, and she was happy about it. So throughout my stay in IMSU, before I came back to West, I was working with her, trying to at least get to know what the work is all about. So looking at people that achieve a lot in that industry. See, the honest truth is that studying insurance might be very, very difficult. Not in the education way, but the acceptability in the public is very low. As a young guy, when you tell people you are studying insurance, they try to play you down. That's what is insurance?
Okay.
So that was someone like us that when we even motivated our classmates, when they see that, this guy, you tell them I study this is my dream. So when people say it's a lie, I have to show them my credentials. When I got to Polytechnic Ibadan, I had 73 over 100. 73 over 100 is enough to get me the most rated course in Polytechnic Ibadan. When I entered IMSU, I got 348 over 400. Is enough to get me medicine or law. So you get, so people start developing interest. Are you serious? So there is more to this thing. So we are, as a student, we are inspiration to others. But God also gave us the insight to meet people that always push us to be better. But after that, I came to Ibadan, started hustling, trying to get money for school fees. I work as a teacher. I was teaching commerce and business study. So after that, a bit, I had passion for this job as well. So I went. I had a job at one of the warehouse companies in Ogumpa, Ibadan. So they said sewing machine, started managing the stuff for them. So just a little risk management process, getting the insurance, all those things, make sure that the goods are there. So that's the risk management, just mitigating against loss, that trying to put techniques in place that loss does not happen. So through that, but I still know I wanted more. So I applied for an insurance advisor with customer insurance while working there. So I started serving as well during that period. So I applied for insurance advisor, and they saw the benefit to me, even though it was not paying well that time. But I knew this was my way to what I want. Sometimes you have to leave the financial benefit to get your dream coming to reality. I knew this is what I wanted. I knew when I get this experience, it's something when I boast of, at the end of the day, the result is going to pay. So we got into this system. From there, finished NYSC, served at the insurance department of the correctional insurance, that's Nigerian prison. From there, took graduate training program with Ecobank, become a pledged risk manager, get chartered, move ahead, becoming a team lead at collateral management of the risk management department in your bank. That's how the process flows. So it was not just wake up and become a risk manager. It was a true process. And we thank God for it. Thank you. Just like I said, risk management is a daily activities in everybody aspects. Everybody on our daily life is a daily activity, because if I don't want to die, I don't want to die. I don't want to die by water. I ate dead by water, or I'm fetish about water. What I'm going to do is to avoid traveling by sea or going near the water, right? So there are things that we know that I don't want this thing to happen to me. I'm trying to avoid this. All those things, they are part of risk management. So it has been in age-wise, it has been ages that all these things have been it has been basic part of our life. But where the technicality of getting a risk manager comes in is that they have the basic knowledge of the expertise that today when you get to any industry, they tell you get fire extinguisher for a company. You go to church, they tell you, okay, put the children somewhere, let them have extra monitoring, put the adults somewhere, because they believe they can make right decision. So look at all these basic things that these basic human life things. So I put my phone on password. What is a risk management tool so that an external body cannot access. So every blessed day, we always have different reason to put on place. Look, I was having a conversation with one of my colleagues, like, oh, look at the FX rate that we're having now. The banks have they have adjusted to the FX rate now. They're no more giving loan against dollar collateral. Why? Because of what is going on in the country, right? During COVID-19, we know where people had to start bringing different methodology. So every basic human life, every industry has risk management tools, and it will keep developing, we keep adjusting to it in every environment. So the industry is wide. It's It's not something someone can play off, because if we just we are keeping ourselves exposed. So that's why even governments, everything, they have this thing, anytime you are trying to mitigate risk, is risk management. Anytime you are trying to mitigate risk, is risk management. And risk is inadvisably part of human risk, part of human life. But our ability to mitigate and reduce the occurrence is what is risk management. So with that, we know that it's basically everything about human risk. Okay, so to be a good risk manager, and sometimes all these things are easy said. You have to put this in place. You need analytical skills. You must be good in numbers. Because there are various types of risk management. We have the guys that are in credit. We have the enterprise guys. We have the guys that are control guys. We have the operational risk. We have the market risk. So, but all these market operational risks and the credit guys, you must be good in numbers, and there are basic things, the analytical skills that you must be good in. So, but looking at other aspects of, let's say, maybe the factory guys, the guys that work at the factory, they have to their provisions they make. Like I remember when I was trying to do one insurance for a company that time, we had to tell them that they had to change the iron doors. You will change the iron doors, you will change this, change that. Looking at that kind of angle, they need an engineer person to put all those risk management tools in place. So that's another angle as well. But in today's system, life, but if I can show you that by the time you have all these basic analytical skills, you are good in, let's say, the Excel, the reading financials. I'm talking more of people that are of the financial, in the risk management and the financial line. Must be a background, must be good in financials, must be able to study things, must be good with all these collateral, the FX, generally what is going on in the country. You must be adverse, because government of nowadays, there was a time there was going to be a demolition of some shops at the I'm trying to remember the place here in Lagos. So those are the things you must be very advised with what is going on in the country. So by that time, you can now start taking courses in risk management. You can take the professional course, the Chartered Risk Management Institute of Nigeria. There are also external courses you can take to become a chartered risk manager. So a typical risk manager is starting with the activities of ensuring that a risk does not crystallize, that a possible loss does not crystallize. That means you have to identify. By the time you identify, you have to evaluate, and after evaluation, you have to manage. That's the basic functions of a risk manager. You identify the risk, you evaluate the risk, you manage the risk. When I'm talking about you identify, let's say I'm supposed to I'm a risk manager for a school for an example, a public school for an example. So I'm to identify the risk. I'm supposed to evaluate the risk. I'm supposed to manage the risk. So there's some risks that I know will definitely happen. But there are some that can be reduced. There are some that can be avoided. There are some that need to be managed, and there are some that need to be transferred. Are you getting me? So I identify that there's possible risk of maybe there is a dark hole. There is a hole. So okay, this is the risk that any student that jump, any student that jump into this hole, definitely might break his leg on the many unfortunate things might happen. Okay. So when I have identified the risk, what is the best thing is just to block that hole. That one is avoidable. I can avoid it. Just like maybe there is a bush, there are reptiles, everything. That one is avoidable. So let's say okay, we now have a staff bus that takes students flow and come. So I know there is a risk also there. The risk is either I don't want let me talk from my insurance angle. We always talk about the loss, the occurrence of loss. It's not trying to be negative. So okay, I don't want my student to be involved in car accidents. Or to the best way is to avoid getting a staff bus. Automatically, avoid that risk, right? Okay, let's say I want to take that risk now. How can I manage it? Okay, let me get fire extinguisher. Or the staff bus must have seatbelt for every student. The students that are below a certain age, they must be kept differently with a special officer monitoring them. The driver must drive accurately, must be experienced. Those I'm managing them. I'm managing that risk. But at the event of loss, I will not transfer some of those risks to a second party, which is the insurance company. Right. So that's the basic function of how risk management works. So let me use the banking industry for example. I've used this one that is very applicable to everybody. So what do risk management, the risk guys do in the bank? So let's say the credit guys, okay, I want to take a facility. Let's say I want to take a facility of 1 billion naira with the bank. So we have analysts look at it. So what does this person, what does he do? Is he against the Nigerian law? Does he contravene the Nigerian law? If he does not contravene, okay. Let me see your cash flow. Let me see what you do. Who are the promoters? Are those people enlisted? Are they not blacklisted by Nigerian law? Let me check their credit reports. Let me check their financials. Do they have the cash flow? Are they making this money? So by the time you put all those things in place, you check their background, check their history, check how much they make. Okay, if I'm comfortable that these people can pay me, okay, let me put you to the board. Let the treasury guys. If I'm talking about LCs, I'm going to avail loan in dollars. Okay, let the treasury guys also confirm that if I'm trading this, if I'm going for bidding, the CBN is going to give me the dollars. So that's how the process goes. So by the time you get to a stage, okay, what are you giving to me as a collateral? And I have an asset, all asset in the bench. I have a legal mortgage. What? Let's say 120% of what you want to give me. That means I'm expecting like 1,200,000,000. Okay, my collateral guys, let us get insurance for this. Let us do our evaluation. Let bring the legal guys to perfect this. We perfect those documents. By the time we do all these things, we have already put all these risks, and we say, okay, we will take this risk. We are not praying that the facility, the loan will go bad. But in case it goes bad, we already have what to fall back to. So risk management encompasses plenty things, depending on how organization schedule shuffle it around. So that's basic how life of Of course, yes. That's what I do now. Yes. To be very fair, very honest. It's a very good career. Okay, like I said earlier, there are many angles to the risk management. There are many angles. It depends on your passion. It's applicable everywhere. In the banks, we have the risk manager in the bank. in the oil sector, the oil sector, we have the guys, the manufacturing, we have the risk management guys. Every basic life, we must always, there is risk in everything we do. So there are guys that are always putting controls. There are guys that are always putting controls in place. So any guys that are putting control, trying to make sure that the organization does not lose money, and the organization is not exposed to things that can be easily minimized or avoided. So every aspect of life, there are risk management. Just that the techniques is different from a normal factory risk manager is not expected to have analytical skills like someone in the banking that do with financials and figures. We do with figures there. So that's the basic thing. It's just require the background. Okay. Thank you for the opportunity again. And the only thing I've passionately discovered is that sometimes as a young guy, we have passion for things, and where the changing factor coming is that by the time you start developing yourself, it might be looking very hard, because the people you are working with are people that are probably have the experience of what you know, or the dream, the passion. But the any day just run across people that have the kind of race, people that have the kind of vision you have. It's going to be a mind-changing game. So as a young professional, sometimes we have to relax our expectation when it comes to the financial aspect. As a developing guy, you have to take. When I have opportunity to speak to all these my junior colleagues, this one is not paying. You have to relax your expectation to get what you need, because typically an organization wants to take an experienced person. And what do you mean by experienced person? Someone that has worked, maybe probably have an experience like 2-3 months. But some organizations are ready to give you this opportunity at a lower price, at a cheap, probably they don't want to pay you very well. But you just have to take it, get the exposure. By the time you start knowing the people that matters in the field, you discover that, this thing has changed my life.